Welcome to Caning 101.6. Today we're going to talk about cleaning your canes and cleanliness in play. And I'm going to use two terms, safe, sane and consensual, and risk aware consensual kink, SSC and RAC, and make a slight distinction in the way I handle canes depending on what their material's made out of and how they're finished. So when we come to natural canes, rattan, raw rattan's not sealed, it hasn't been treated with linseed oil, it's porous. If you're using raw rattan, there's nothing, and you're using it in any area where bodily fluids might come in contact with it, there's really no 100% way to clean that and ensure that it's perfectly safe for the next person to use. So most of the time with raw rattan, if I'm going to use that to cane someone, I gift that cane to the caning bottom that I played with, and then that cane becomes a part of their toy bag and they can use it. It's only used on them. That would certainly be a safe, sane, and consensual way to play with raw rattan. If I was going to take a rack approach to raw rattan, then once I'm done playing with that cane, I would clean it with Super Santa cloth germicidal wipe or cavicide, some kind of antiviral. I would give it its processing time, and then I would come back and remove that with rubbing alcohol or some kind of antiseptic, and then I would let it dry, air dry. But that would be rack, because even though I've done that, because it's porous, that there's no 100% sure way to know that that is clean. With all of my canes, I recommend that you just take an alcohol wipe or a Clorox wipe and quickly clean them off before you play with them as part of your play setup. That lets the person you're playing with them know the condition of those canes before they're used on their person. If you're dealing with rattan that's been sealed, this particular set was made by the Kink Shop, and they sealed this with marine varnish, so it's completely sealed and coated with a hard coating. I can actually play with this between people, cleaning it with a cavicide or an antiviral, and being sure that it's completely clean between players. So I would consider a sealed rattan set to be able to be used for safe, sane, and consensual play. When you move over to a cane that hasn't been sealed with a varnish, it's only been treated with raw linseed oil, again, it's porous, although the linseed oil does provide some sealing to the outside of the cane. If you've ever dropped linseed oil and let it dry, it dries hard and it's hard to clean up. So you can imagine that that's done that to your cane. It's still a porous material, and so for oil-treated rattan, I consider play with oil-treated rattan to be Risk Aware Consensual Kink. So I'll clean it with alcohol or a Clorox wipe before I play with someone. After I'm done playing with them, I'm going to clean it with a viral germicide, like a cavicide or a Virex, and then I'm going to wipe that residue off with rubbing alcohol, let the cane dry well before I put it away. Now when we move to rods, whether they're aluminum, acrylic, Delron, fiberglass, those are all very easily cleaned with alcohol, with cavicide. Clean before and after. Let your canes dry before you put them away, and they'll be ready to go and will last you a long time. For care and feeding and cleaning, most of your cane vendors have good information on their websites, and I would also refer you to those resources.